Hey everyone, my name is Tyler and it is the Friday video of the year, and this week we have to discuss something. I'm sorry, we need to take a moment to really just appreciate Honey Boo Boo Child. Honey Boo Boo is a phenomenon. She is a pop culture icon. She is a spiritual goddess. She is everything to me. She stopped Coney single-handedly. She is the reason we went to Mars, and you will redneckognize she is everything. If you don't know who Honey Boo Boo is, you need to put down your books and pick up the TV remote and educate yourself. Honey Boo Boo is a girl, and she also goes by Smoochie, and the show Here Comes Honey Boo Boo is actually a spin-off of Toddlers and Tiaras, where Honey Boo Boo was actually a pageant contestant. So the show is on TLC, and it follows the wonderful adventures of her family, which the family is just flaw-free, absolutely stunningly perfect. There's Mama, who's Butamus. There's Sugar Bear, who is the dad, who, I kid you not, gives Mama, on their anniversary, a statue of a deer because their relationship is bonded over the fact that they both pick up roadkill to consume. I can't make this up. And of course, Honey Boo Boo's three sisters, Pumpkin the craziest, Chubbs the BFF, and Chickadee the pregnantest, which, by the way, is the ultimate title anybody can ever achieve. I hope to someday be introduced to a group of people as Tyler the pregnantest. And there is a beautiful moment when Chickadee is getting an ultrasound and Honey Boo Boo demands that she also get an ultrasound just to see if the family can find all the chicken nuggets within her stomach, because Honey Boo Boo is just that flawless. Now, I will admit that the show is a little bit hard to follow considering I can barely understand a single word coming out of anybody in the family's mouths. Whoever works on the subtitles of the show deserves an Emmy. And you could make a dictionary that would rival my own Glingo of all the lingo that the family uses that is just brilliant. There is redneckognize, as in you better redneckognize. The women in the family have ways to compliment each other's beauty, like seximus and butamus. You got your Vajiggle Jaggle, which is if you got a whole bunch of fat rolls jiggle-jaggling around, then you got Vajiggle Jaggle, and then if you have Vajiggle Jaggle on your neck, then you have neck crust, which is something that I lived 23 years not knowing existed, and I wish I could live the rest of my life in ignorance, but no, now I'm enlightened. And let us not forget that the show is on TLC, which stands for The Learning Channel, because honey, there are some learning opportunities all up in this bitch. There is a moment when Mama teaches the kids about weight loss, where if you fart 12 to 15 times a day, you lose a lot of weight. Side note, I hate when people do air quotes. I'll never do it again, I'm so sorry. There is a moment when Mama teaches the kids about sex ed, where if you have a biscuit, it's called a biscuit because it looks like a biscuit when you're opening a biscuit, and all a boy wants is to get your little biscuit, have a little piece, and run away. Preach, Mama. There is a moment when Mama teaches the kids how to be financially responsible because when she's not being a pageant mom, she is being an extreme couponer. Of course, why wouldn't she be? And of course, there is a moment when Mama teaches the kids about cleanliness because directly after participating in the Redneck Olympic Games, where one of her daughters bobs for pig's feet and the other one of her daughters belly flops in a mud pit, she refuses to let her daughters go in a lake that might have flesh-eating bacteria because, honey, she has standards. And even Honey Boo Boo herself, in her infinite wisdom, takes a moment out of her busy schedule to teach us common peasants some lifelong lessons. Honey Boo Boo is a feminist. She says that pretty comes in all shapes and sizes and that her size is cute. And Honey Boo Boo is a serious gay rights activist when her sister has the audacity to criticize her gay pet pig Glitzy. She stands up and defends Glitzy and tells her sister that Glitzy can be whoever Glitzy wants to be. She is a hero for the gay rights movement, and your favorite could never. My point is, a TV show does not have to be dramatic or complicated or complex or serious to make an impact anymore, and I feel like that's a big deal. We can have Honey Boo Boo Child, and that can exist in a space, and you can learn from it and grow from it. And I know that's weird to say, but just hear me out. You can learn a lot from a family who honestly and openly is just themselves, and I feel like we see that in Honey Boo Boo, and I see my own family in Honey Boo Boo, and I'm not saying that my family does a lot of these things because Honey Boo Boo, no. But my family does a whole bunch of weird things just like Honey Boo Boo's, and I feel like if more families were just that unapologetically themselves, the world would just be a better place. So to Honey Boo Boo and the rest of the family, thank you for just being you and not giving a fuck what the fuck America has to say. Because at the end of the day, we're the ones that are just sitting on our couch criticizing a family who's loving their lives, so who's got it better off? So this week on Twitter and Tumblr and Facebook, I asked you guys what is the weirdest thing your family does, and these are some of my favorite responses. Oh my goodness, you guys. What is going on in your households? Like, what do you do? And no judgment. No judgment, but what? So comment below, I want to know what your family does that's weird, or you think is weird, or you get embarrassed by, because when you just don't care and you just put it out there, it doesn't have control over your life anymore. I feel like it's just like whatever. It's your family, it's whatever. I am going to be picking some of my favorite responses and putting them at the end of my next video. And if you recall last week when I told you the story of how I choked on a peach to impress a girl, I asked you guys what is the most ridiculous thing you've ever done to impress somebody, and these are some of my favorite responses. Wow, you sure are desperate. How did these work out for you? Because I'm a little skeptical, you guys. What are you doing with your lives? No judgment. But that is all I have for you guys this week. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next Friday, and until then, have a good life. Bye. All this Vajiggle Jaggle.